Oh, good morning. It is 7:45 Wednesday morning. This looks like it is going to be a sunny day today, which kind of sucks because we have a lot of portaging to do. We've got 8:45, a 9:35, and then that big 2400, which is by far the most I've ever done, by double I think. So we'll see how that goes. Slept pretty good last night. Only woke up a couple times. So yeah, we'll get some breakfast, oatmeal, some coffee, and then we'll hit it. Not liking the sun though. Not liking the sun. Hoping it was going to be cloudy. So gonna have to keep the sunscreen on. All right, we're off. Goodbye, sight. You were good. I like this site a lot, and I actually like this lake a lot. It's a nice sized lake with only 3 reservable campsites. I think there's like 6 or 7 on it, so it's nice and big, and it's quiet compared to like Misty or McIntosh. And I think it's just as pretty personally as McIntosh. So yeah, all right, now we're gonna go to the 8:45, bring us into Misty. So yeah, just checking out the campsite by the portage into Misty, and it's a tiny site. It's so-so. So there's your fire pit. Not very good tent pads at all. Guessing that's probably goes back to the Thunderbox. And let's see. Yeah, there's a tent pad right there you could use. Doesn't look like it's been used in a while. Oh, there's some tent pads back here. Here's the actual site. Yeah, there's a tent pad here for one tent pad. You can make do with the tent pad here. Probably just for a couple solo or for a couple small tents. It's not the best site, and it's not a good site for sunset either. The really janky part is the takeout and put in. You gotta really have a sense of balance if you want to put in and take out. There you go. It's basically just a rock ledge. So good luck getting your canoe up here too. So I doubt many people use this. I don't know why you'd use it at all, to be honest with you. There's 7 sites on here and it's only 3 reservable. So all right, we're gonna get a move on. Okay. All right, we are on the 8:45 into Misty, and the plan is to single carry today. That long one into Queer, I will obviously have to take some breaks. I think I'm carrying roughly around 75 pounds, maybe a little lighter now because of the food weight. But yeah, it's not bad. Shoulders are a little sore, caps are a little sore, but that is to be expected on day 3. It's still early yet, so it's not hot, and actually it's not buggy here, which is a blessing. So hopefully that keeps up for the day. I'm a little concerned the deer flies might come out, but it's been dry for a couple days, so hopefully that will keep them down. So one thing I like to tell myself on these portages, and this one's actually not bad, this one's pretty level. When when it starts hurting, it's just one more step, one more step, one more step. And before you know it, you got 5 steps in, then you get 10 steps in, then you're at 100, and then you're at your lake. And I keep telling myself too that I'd rather single, because I don't want to have to walk over this again, especially when it's buggy. And if anybody actually watches my videos, I think there might be 1 or 2 where you notice that I say portage instead of portage. So me being from the States, we kind of use the, I don't know if it's the Anglo version of portage, whereas in Canada they generally use the French pronunciation portage. So I never really knew which one was right or not. I don't think there is a right or wrong way to say it. Some people might differ or disagree. But anyways, what I decided to do is when in Rome. So if I'm in the States, I'm saying portage. And if I'm in Canada, it's portage. So it took some getting used to say portage. I wasn't used to saying it that way. But it kind of rolls off the tongue, if I'm being completely honest. So, alright. I am just going to shut up now and finish this, and we'll get on the lake.
They are big and foreboding.
Yep. Okay, all right. So now we're just coming into the Western Bay on Misty, and since the water level is so low, it sucks going through it. And yeah, it just wasn't fun, but whatever, gotta do it. All right, now we are in the shallow Western Bay of Misty, and we're basically got to push through this junk. Oh, it's not fun. But we did see a couple eagles, so that was good. Some angry geese. There we go, a little deeper section here. It gets shallow again, a little further up. We'll have to push again. And it stinks back in here. Okay, one final push through, and then we are at the 935 into Little Misty. Very shallow in here. And I think, yeah, there we go. I think we're good now. All right, we are at the beginning of the 2435 portage Little Misty to Queer. Just getting some water and a snack, a little fruit strip, get some short-lived sugar energy, and I'm bug doped up. Everybody I talked to, we just ran into a couple back there. They said it's not bad, it's basically flat, and everything I've heard about it is that's what it is, flat and wide, so it's really not that bad. So we'll find out. So wish us luck. We just started it, so it's 10 to 12, 10 to noon right now, so gonna time it, see how long it takes us. We are obviously not doing this in one stop. So I think there's like, I heard there's like 5 canoe rests along the way. So the plan is to maybe stop and take a break every other one. They want a frog or something. Yeah, so that's the plan. Get some water. And like I said, it's 24:35, so I don't know what that is for us Americans who still use the standardized system of measurement. Maybe I'll put it down in the bottom of this. I want to guess, I want to say, if I'm going to guess, it's maybe 1.5 miles. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, I think we're about almost halfway. We've been walking for almost 15 minutes. And the trail, it's not bad. There's a few sections that are hilly, but it's not like any of the other ones that we ran across. I don't know, I must have got wrong information about the canoe rests along the way, because we haven't seen one yet, so I had to just make my own. So we're just going to stop, get some water, and continue on. So, and I'm down to 1 bar on my battery for this GoPro, so it will probably run out today. So fair warning, there might not be any video of us leaving tomorrow. So just DSLR, but I'll use it till it runs out. All right, we are almost to the lake. I can see it through the woods. So it was we just did that 1 break and that was it. So this trail, yeah, it's not too bad. Not too bad at all. So and it was nice and breezy. Keep the mosquitoes down. And then a little tip for anybody that may not know, if you want to come do this type of thing, is obviously, 1 is pack light. That's no secret. But number 2 is you want everything tied down. You don't want to be carrying anything loose. You can see I got my paddle strapped to the canoe, and then you've probably seen my life jacket strapped to the canoe when the camera was in the other way. And my daughter, she straps her life jacket to her backpack, and she just carries her 1 paddle, and that's it. So if you're carrying a water bottle and a paddle and a life jacket and stuff like that, it's a pain. So here we made it 2,300 meters. We are at Queer Lake. Oh, it looks good. All right, I'm gonna set this down. Did it. All right, we made it to camp on Little Trout Lake. Like any other lake that's close to an access point, you spend a lot of time paddling around trying to find a site that isn't taken. So we found a good one. It's pretty decent. There's my home for tonight. And fire pit right there. Oh, and what you get with these types of lakes too, look at that, if it'll focus. Yep, you get some trash in the fire pit. So yeah, that is what it is. There were a couple tent pads, one up there, one there. They were kind of not level, and one was on the way to the Thunder Box, so I didn't want to stay there. So I just ended up parking it down here underneath the hemlock duff. So right now I got my fly on. I don't know if it feels like a no fly kind of night or just a fly doors open kind of night. We'll see. We're kind of tucked away in the corner back here, so not too worried about privacy or anything like that. And then it's a nice site too because it's backed up against these maples, so hopefully I can find some hardwood to burn tonight. And there's lots of trees to hang if hanging a hammock's your thing. So yeah, good site. It's a good site for the last night. Happy. Alright, last night, last meal is spaghetti. I saved my favorite for last. So this is just something I dehydrate myself, and then pour it in. Just take some unfiltered water. And then just right to the top of the noodles. Oh, and for those that don't know, this is how I usually do my water. Sawyer Mini, squeeze on top of a Smart Water bottle. Works awesome. And then for this trip, I didn't want to mess with twig stove. For 2 people, that's just more trouble than I wanted to deal with. So I've got the MSR Pocket Rocket, and then, which has worked really well, by the way. And then I've got an 8-ounce canister of fuel, which I think is going to be just right for boiling enough water for oatmeal for both of us in the morning, and then hot chocolate and coffee in the morning. And then at night, 2 dehydrated dinners and like a hot chocolate around the campfire. So, yeah. All right. And I don't ever turn it on all the way. Just enough where it's getting to the sides of it. If it starts going up the sides, then I think you're just kind of wasting energy because you're just heating the air out here. So basically I just turn the lever halfway up. And then I'll bring that to a boil and wait about 20 minutes. And then it will be good to go. And that's it. We are almost out of food. So I think, yeah, I'll have to see what I got in the morning. But as far as meals, that's it. So I'm just taking a little stroll around my campsite, and the more I walk around here, the prettier it is back in here with the hemlocks and the cedar trees, and there's white pine thrown in. And then you've got hardwoods, and I love that. I love that. I love the mixture of the hardwoods and the coniferous. I guess cedar is considered coniferous, but yeah, like cedar and hemlock are probably my 2 favorite. I think they're so pretty, and they smell nice, and they get, yeah, that's like the way they look. I mean, just look, you know. Camera probably doesn't even do it justice. And you got the old camp down there, and then this is what I love too, this huge rock, you know, mixed in. You just got everything kind of coming together here. Got everything coming together. Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. Oh, like look at, yeah, just look at all that. Look. Look at that behind me. Look at that. I don't even know if you can pick up the hills. You know, the hill, how hilly it is. And then you got the lake. Lake right behind me. Sun gonna set. It's gonna be an epic sunset tonight, I think. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, I don't know if you can pick up that, how steep that is. It's beautiful. Don't have country like this back in Michigan. It's pretty flat. Pretty flat. I doubt you can even pick it up. But I came across this. I saw this when we were canoeing. This rock face here. And I was hoping to get down here to watch the sunset, but it's too far of a walk from my campsite. Look at this. This huge tree that was here. Looks like a white pine. Oh, I gotta watch my step. Yeah, it was a white pine. And it fell down. I can't really get a good look at the cliff face. Oh, look at that. Look at that all the way down there. Through there. There's the shore all the way down there. Oh. Alright, let me give you the numbers for our last 2 days. So tonight is Wednesday night. So Tuesday night we were here on this island site on Little Trout Lake. Then we paddled through Grassy Bay, checking out these sites, and through McIntosh Marsh, up McIntosh Creek, and this little section and this little section we had to cross over quite a few beaver dams. But it was a hot day, sunny, so it was actually kind of welcome. It's a nice sandy bottom, so we didn't mind it at all. Paddled up through McIntosh, which is a gorgeous lake, one of my favorites. Didn't camp there though, so just had lunch, and then made it to this site here on Snake Island. And that was about a 15.5 kilometer day, which took about 5 hours. We made it to camp at 2, so it wasn't bad. And then today we took off from this site, went up through Timberwolf, through this 845 into Misty, and then down through Misty. And this is where it gets really shallow. You kind of have to push and pull your way through it to get to this 935 portage, and then went into Little Misty, and then took this big one, the 2435 portage, up into Queer, and then stopped, had lunch in Queer, and now we are on that site right there on Little Trout, which it's an awesome site. We were contemplating staying there because that's got a nice swimming beach, but it was really windy and cold and when we first got here. So this was actually short kilometer wise. It was about 10.5 kilometers, but it still took about the same amount of time when you factor in that portage. And that, it wasn't too bad. We only did it one break. I think it took 45 minutes all told, so it wasn't bad. All right, it's 6 a.m. last morning, and we are just making up the last of our oatmeal now, and that's all we have left as far as snacks go. A couple, it's out of focus, a couple Nature Valley, a couple fruit bars, and a couple granola bars. So that's it. Oh, so we're just gonna eat our oatmeal, drink my coffee, she has some hot chocolate, and get out of here. And look at the fog on that lake. Is that cool or what? So it looks like, depending on how light it takes us to eat breakfast, it's might need the compass, but we'll see. Alright, goodbye sight. You were good. You were a good sight. Now we are just paddling through the mist on Little Trout. And so we got Little Trout, Ralph Bice, and Hambone, and Magnetawan, I believe. And then home. So unless something interesting happens, this will probably be the last of the GoPro. And then I'll try and get a final goodbye at the truck. Beautiful morning though. On the water at 7:30. So not too shabby. Oh, saw a mink? No, a weasel this morning? I don't know. Weasel, ferret. It was cute though. Came bounding through camp a couple times. No blacktail. Little whiskery snout. So, nice morning. So we're about to the end of Ralph Bice now. Coming up to the portage to Hambone. And I know things always look bigger and farther away in the GoPro. But yes, Ralph Bice really is this big. And I am thankful to be paddling it in calm waters, because it would be a nightmare in a headwind. But it is beautiful. It's a pretty lake. Alright, I am just on the access road going into the Magnetawan entry point. Changed my clothes, feel human again. Gonna go return the canoe, and that's it. Trip's a wrap. Had a really good time. So, and this is the, speaking of the canoe, that was the first time I've ever paddled a Souris River. I've just done Swift and Old Town, and it was a really nice canoe. Served us well. It's lightweight, tracked well. So. Big thanks to Algonquin Base Camp. I definitely wouldn't hesitate to rent from them again if I had to. So, yeah, it's getting hot. and got a long drive home. So we're gonna hit the road, find a gas station for some water, pop, whatnot, and then maybe grab a burger and a beer on the way home. We'll see. All right, that's it. Trip's a wrap.